Chapter 8 Political Reasons. As I walk into my bank today, where I hold a checking account down, I was talking to three of the bank tellers. One of the bank tellers' name is Miss Charity, and the guy bank teller is Mr. Justin, and the other is Miss Sandy. We held a small conversation about my book that I'm writing and what it's about, but they're thinking it's not the reason for my book. This book is for all good purposes for me to be free and hopefully financial freedom as well. Well, as we were talking, we had a couple of laughs and I spoke because I know it's hard on them working as bank tellers, but they all fit the category of who's worth talking to. This book is serious, not really about banks or much illegal activities. This book will cover me legally. This book is for me to have the opportunity to receive some cash from governments out of the cities in a few states I've been in, and a whole lot of justice from courts and straight to the bank with security that I will need possibly. I'll move myself willingly to another country. I'm going to take these advantages to say what I need clearly understood. Then comes along better privacy. I took a small walk and I ended up at the Sioux Falls bus stop, and I was talking to a black lady that I've seen around before. So I spoke to her because she looked hurt. She had a leg brace and she had a small fracture. Usually she is up and walking pretty fast. So I thought I caught her and was able to speak some. So I asked her what she is doing in life. I told her not to be an offense about being another sidekick, but she is going to school to be a nurse assistant. She smiled. So I have her telephone number, but at least she is up to something. I never said being a sidekick is wrong. I said, are you tired of being a sidekick? And why is everyone after the same job? She says she wants to buy her a house. I asked her what she wants in it. All the usual, she said. Seems like she was who's worth talking to. I was watching on the news broadcasters were talking about who's worth what and the expensivest man and his worth. They said Bill Clinton. I said he may be an old who's worth talking to, but to a black native, he ain't worth what they say. I think he's worth a blunt of marijuana, kind of like illegal and illegal. This book, a mass cure on illegal corruption. What's white is white and what's wrong is wrong. Who's worth talking to? If Bill wrote a book, it would say, who's worth smoking with? My book has a strong poetic meaning to it and justice to so whoever forget about me. Let's talk about our sex life. Here's what I have been thinking to myself is that if we can't have sex with one another and be satisfied, then what has gone wrong and what can be done right? Well, first off, there's a reason. Either you may be having problems because either someone wants someone else and can't have that other person you're attracted to. I mean, honestly, look at my cover. Does it look like I want more women? But really, I just broke up with my woman in Chicago era, and my social security came, and I'm missing her and wishing I could have spent some of it on her. But face it, we all have lust, and some people just will not give in. I took this picture with my T-Mobile when I had it. I was in Youngstown, Ohio library at the particular time. I had a woman that I had my eye on as well in that city, and my heart was so broke I had to gradually work my way out of that insanity plea. Because from what I could see, if I wouldn't have I wouldn't have been any plea bargain for me except insanity. That just goes to show you people life is full of obstacles that we as people must overcome and raise up our value as humans being not to year olds 2-year olds who's worth talking to. The other reason you're, or the other reason you're really gay or a lesbian. I've been very impatient lately, I guess. I want that good release because I want a happy sex life for my dick. And men just don't fit the appetite on the other end of it. Thinking either they're homosexual dads or gay brothers, one of them, or uncles, or gay cousins, whatever. I'm not your father, okay? I'm looking for a pretty cute and that mirror look, the one where you just know you look stupid. It's better and maybe a good ocean next to the woman and I because I'd be at peace and I think I know she would be too because whatever it is that her tongue must be close to what's on mine because let's put the negative along with the positive and check the screen out on that and boy is that interesting and I make a better wish and a sloppy kiss good nights. Wow. Sheesh. I've been listening to the radio. I'm about to go around the corner. It's like, I've been listening to the radio and they've brought up political prejudice problems that keep occurring across America and many other countries. It's strange because every time I touch down with a major topic in my book, these topics come up. My opinion, it's a rude topic to bring up my thoughts about prejudice. Is this, I do believe prejudice exists privately and not because I hold my own damn problems with white females. I do believe these problems occur on many other races' blind sides because, as you will notice, there's not too many white females that don't drive a 2000 or a nice car. And she almost has enough power to run all over the USA, man, because he left the door open. So did his Caucasian pals sometimes. So does his Caucasian pals sometimes. I feel as if some people are out to kill me because some whites want total power over not only black men, but maybe many other races. It hurts bad enough to just break down and repent and believing into something what whites want us to believe. Same as the Cherokee Native. We want you to go to church and believe in what we want you to. None of your beliefs matter to us because we want your women. So we are going to kill you anyways. That's why Tupac said, can't you see we're under attack? He started apologizing because he wanted his people to be strong, right? And then black females are so naive and naive. They know everything. Listen, women, you better start. Don't you turn around and be like, I should have listened to my black man. Now it's too late. Same as the Indian women. Yeah, she'll give you some pussy and leave, but don't expect her to come back after she leaves. She wants you to walk down the alley with her, and we know that's the pit. And honestly, I don't think the native females care too much about their own race of men. I bet one won't even pick up this book or attempt to buy my book because of stupidity. Meaning what? Their parents never taught them the inside scoop about real life. That's why all over in America, every grown up acts like they're little 10-year-olds. And I have to put up with this nonsense and walk up the street looking at a world of brats every day. And the other funny part is this. I have no choice but to be single and cannot find not one mature enough woman to organize a bill, a percent of something, any and all those pretty models in this world. Let me tell you, let's slow this horse race down a bit. All those fake ass presidents that you didn't even know mean everything. Most of them were prejudiced, and you blacks, Indians act like a free safety for money. Why don't you come up with another behavior, Mrs. Whatever you call yourself, tightwad? A lot of females say I stare. I have to warn you as my readers this. Yeah, I stare men, but not at men. But at the pockets of where the money is, I stare. where her meat hangs. Most am not talking about fat women, because I sure don't want to embarrass myself with being Miss Freddie Flintstone tiptoe around her. You are rolling around, and I'm looking, asking God to play basketball with me. I love to have conversation, but I don't want to talk about it all day about how good it tastes and the recipe. What a wonderful recipe, whether it was baked or broiled. Then I'd be walking around some more, probably jogging, trying to stay fit because we both don't fit in the car together. Now, how I'm gonna drive, I can't turn the wheel around when she gets out the car and turns around. I get jealous. I tried leaving her, but as soon as the hill comes along, I stop. There is, there was no way in for me in this relationship. I'm not in a relationship. I'm just saying, I'm a little guy, 5'8". I weigh 145 pounds, long hair, big dick. I didn't say fat dick. No. We have nothing in common. It's hard being different, being in another family and your biological is deceased. As far as I know, some more might exist. So if there are some biological family that have been missing, Mr. Thomas Philip Winfeather Bell, Mr. Brian Mort Winfeather Jeffries, and there's more, feel free to contact the publisher of this book because he will be notified. But yes, like I said, it's very hard to live a social life with adopted family because of discrimination values are greater because they're afraid of defeat. But a person like myself finds it very important to be as a human and understands I didn't make these old mistakes the judge did and my parents at those times of separation. But we can make those changes in our choices today and go for a different and better choice than yesterday and better for the days ahead. I'm a right now type of person. Like whatever happens in a good way, sometimes I do a lot of jibber jabber, but I guess I do it to please myself because who's keeping me up, my weight or Tommy? I just felt I lost everything that I ever mattered to me was my biological mom, Annabelle. So when I lost her, my soul left with her. Nothing ever mattered at all. I fell for some material objects, but some of them I'm unable to afford those types of expenses right now. And it looks like the truth hurts because the God these people pray to that let them be free is nowhere to be found. My guess is he likes me unfortunate than others. Maybe he'll show me some sympathy. Who's worth talking to?